Just do it! So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, hosted by the one and only the Forex God, the Forex King. It's you, your mentor. So as you can see by the title of this video, we'll be breaking down a trade that we actually took today on GBPCAD, which actually made me nearly a 6% gain on my trading account. So do grab your pen and your notepad and write down anything that you deem as valuable, but I do recommend that you guys backtest whatever you think is valuable, because it's not enough just to take what I'm saying and without actually properly backtesting it and seeing if it actually works. But before getting into the video, do hit that like and subscribe button as you get notified when we post banger videos like this. But not only that, guys, it does motivate me to continue publishing and uploading more videos like this. So let's get into the video. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, guys, as you can see, the weekly time frame, we were obviously in a downwards trend. As you can see, the story in this particular, this is a monthly by the way, but the story in this particular orange trend line is that every single time price touches this particular trend line, it pushes down. So as you can see on the monthly, I was in an overall downwards trend, but as you can see that currently, the current monthly candlestick is that we have a lot of bullish momentum, and so that's something to really be mindful of. Not only that, guys, we have a lot of bullish momentum projected, or at least towards this particular level, which is somewhat of a psychological level. And as you can see that the story in this particular level is that every single time price touches this level, it did what? It pushes down. So it pushes down. So at this particular level, we should be mindful that the market can actually push down at this particular level as well. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, guys, weekly, as you can see, the candlestick, we have a lot of bullish momentum on this candlestick, which then aligns with what we actually saw on the monthly time frame. Not only that, guys, the story in this particular weekly time frame is that every single time price touches this particular weekly trend line, it did what? It pushed down. It pushed down until it actually broke this weekly trend line, came back to retest. And so we do obviously anticipate that the market potentially continue. So if I do get to short the fib on the weekly time frame, this would be my point A and this would be my point B, and so ultimately this is my point C, or at least my projection on the weekly. So on the weekly, I'm in a overall upwards trend. Now on the daily, guys, well, I was in upward trend when I was actually looking at this market. Alright, so on the daily, guys, as you can see that we do have this impulse on the daily correction. I did anticipate that the market potentially come to this negative 27%, so we have this impulse of like this correction, this continuation, this correction, so the market could potentially come and tap this negative 27% area level. So on the daily, guys, I was in an overall buy as well. Now looking at my H4, on my H4 structure, or at least previous structure, guys, we had this impulse correction continuation, to which I did delete the fib, but we had this impulse right here. This was the impulse, this was the correction. So this is my point A, my point B on my fib, and as you can see, we did hit our negative 61.8, and we had divergence as well. Again, divergence basically when the market, or PA, or price action, is actually moving in one direction and the RSI is actually moving in the opposite direction. So as you can see, the market is moving downwards while the RSI is moving upwards, so that signifies divergence. And divergence, guys, is basically an indication for potential reverse. As you can see that after you finish this divergence, the market just reversed. So let me just delete this particular fib. So currently on my H4 structure, I'm in an overall buy. We do have this impulse correction, it's continuation, correction, and a continuation. So that's when I drew this fib from my point A to my break of this particular purple trend line, came back to retest this 23.6%, which then is an indication for continuation level. As you can see, the market just continued, hit my negative 61.8 as well. Now looking at the H1 time frame, guys, on the H1 time frame, I was looking at this impulse correction continuation. So this is where I actually put my fib. As you can see, the market actually hit my 38.2%, which actually is significant for an aggressive push. Market then came to my -61.8 at my 27%, actually tapped, then pulled back. Again, these particular levels on my Fibonacci, guys, is basically an indication for potential reverse. So on the H1, I was ultimately anticipating for a sell after the market actually tapped my -27% area and level. Now another thing to mention, guys, is this trend line. Let me just put that, then so as you can see, we had this impulse, this correction, continuation. Market then came back, broke this black trend line. I do anticipate the market potentially continue in this downward trend. This could potentially happen, but again, we should be mindful that the market is in a strong bullish trend. Right now, when the market was actually at this particular point in time, right, so I did anticipate that the market potentially come back to the zone, retest it and push up. But what I was looking at, guys, which will be more clear in the 15-minute time frame, I know my charts are a bit messy, but just bear with me, guys. So we had this initial impulse, this correction, this continuation, this correction, continuation, correction, continuation, right? So once the market actually broke this lower high, right? Once the market actually broke this lower high, created a lower low, and then came and tested this area and creating a lower high, I anticipated the market was actually pushed down to this area because again, we had broken structure. That's when I drew my fib, as well as this particular. That's where I drew this fib. Market came back to retest the backside of this broken trend line, and then I was over anticipating for continuation. Once I drew this fib right here from my point A to my point B, guys, as you can see, the market then decimated, pushed down, and then came to this 1 hour trend line. Again, the story in this particular trend line, that every single time price touches this particular black trend line, is that it pushes down. Market then broke this trend line, came back to retest the backside of it with a lot of sellers exhaustion. As you can see, every single time price actually came to this trend line, it had a lot of sellers exhaustion. So that was just a confidence that the market potentially reversed. Not only that, guys, we had a descending channel, but what I was actually paying attention to was this 5-minute time frame, and I was looking at this. I was just waiting for a break of structure, right, on the 5-minute time frame. Once I see the break of structure based on this impulse, this correction, continuation, correction, continuation, I was waiting for the market to actually break this particular lower high, creating a higher high and a high low. Once the market actually gave us this bullish engulfing, as well as the seller's exhaustive candlestick, as you can see, the market then, that's when I actually entered for a buy. Now the reason I was targeting this particular highs, in fact it was around this area, was because again, as you can see, that the story in this particular black trend line is that every single time price touches this trend line, it did what? It pushed down. It came to the trend line, it did what? It pushed down. So when the market actually came to this particular area and zone, I was anticipating for a push down. Not only that, guys, as you can see, we definitely had some form of an ascending channel, which is basically a indication for potential reverse. So that's why actually, guys, I took this particular position, and I had these confluences. I had a descending channel, as you can see. We also hit our -61.8 based on this particular fib right here. From my point A to my point B, we had a break of structure on the 5 minutes, as you can see. Had a break of structure, but also a bullish engulfing pattern, as you can see. And we had a H1 and we had H1 at 29 pounds. As you can see, we had this this particular black trend as every single time price pushes down. Now the market broke through, came back, tested it, and again we did anticipate the market potentially continue. So that was just enough confidence for me to actually get into this particular position and gain around nearly close to 6% on my trading account. So guys, we've reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching till this point in this video, and do hit that like and subscribe button as you get notified when we release market breakdowns of this particular nature, and as it helps me guys to continue releasing and publishing more videos. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. Peace out.
Do it! Just do it! So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just